Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy, the Black Phantom, and what I have for you today is a Call of Duty Ghosts video. It's a team deathmatch on Warhawk, I think this map is called, and I'm using the gold AK-12. And this video isn't just going to be Call of Duty Ghosts; it's going to be another episode of Versus. I haven't done that in a long time, and today is going to be about a topic one of my pals, Infro Drum, did. So I don't want to feel like I'm copying him or anything, but yeah, I'll link his channel into the description if you want to go check him out. Very good YouTuber. But anyway, our versus today is going to be between three networks: Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and Disney Channel. Now, I'm going to say it straight and simple. I was a 2000s kid. I wasn't really much of a 90s kid because I don't know what's so special about the 90s anyway. I mean, there were a couple of shows that I've seen online to the 90s, but there weren't that many that intrigued me like the 2000 shows. But let's get into the things. I'm going to start with Cartoon Network, and as always, I'm going to tell you which is my personal favorite at the end of the video. Now, let's start with Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network had great shows. Started in, if I believe, 1992 it started. The network started. And it has such great shows in the 2000s. Like, let me just give a couple of examples here. They had Teen Titans. They had Justice League Unlimited. They had Ed, Ed, and Eddie. They had Courage the Cowardly Dog, Dexter's Laboratory. They had the Powerpuff Girls. A lot of classic shows and a lot of good ones as well. And the current shows they have, which are my two favorite, are Regular Show and Adventure Time. They do have Steven and Universe, but it's a pretty decent show. They also had classics like wait, did I go over all the classics? Yeah, I pretty much went over the classics except Codename Kids Next Door. Now that was a good one too, and I wish I could still watch it. They also have the Looney Tunes show right now, which I personally love that they bring the Looney Tunes back, and they're going to be bringing back Tom and Jerry as well. I think that was a smart move. And they also have, right, they used to have Young Justice, which was one of my all-time favorite superhero shows, and Green Lantern, the animated series. And Cartoon Network is better than Nick and Disney right now, in my opinion. But anyway, Cartoon Network, good station. Anyway, let's move on to Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon, I believe, started in 1983. I might be wrong, but um, I'll look it up after I'm done with this video. And they also had very, very good shows. I mean, shows like Danny Phantom. They had Very Odd Parents. Well before it. Very Odd Parents and SpongeBob. Yes, SpongeBob. But before they all both turned to I don't know what. They're just terrible shows now. But back when they were funny, I mean, I had myself a good laugh with all those shows. They had Hey Arnold. They had I forgot that show's name. Yeah, Rugrats. That's the show. Rugrats. They also had Rugrats when they were older. I mean, they had a lot of good shows. And I my Nick was kind of my least favorite out of the three because they did have good shows, but they didn't have as much good shows. It was just missing a couple. I mean, the only reason I really watched Nick for was for Very Odd Parents and SpongeBob and Rugrats. That's pretty much it. But oh, and Danny Phantom. But that's pretty much it. Moving on to Disney Channel. Now, Disney Channel. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, but Nick doesn't have any good shows at all these days. The only one that is worth watching is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I just want to make that statement. Anyway, moving to Disney Channel. They had a lot of good shows as well. They had Kim Possible, The Replacements, Lilo and Stitch. Um, they also had The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. They had um uh wait, I'm trying to think of live action. I mean, I forgot a couple of live action shows. I'm trying to think of some live action. When I'm doing this, I usually cartoons pop in my head. It's not really live action because I like don't like live action shows as much as I love cartoons. But Disney Channel, I forgot they had more live action shows than actual cartoons. And I forgot two shows that Nickelodeon, three shows as a matter of fact. They were Drake and Josh, Zoe 101, and Nesdy Classified School Survival. Those were all great shows too. And back to Disney, they had Kim Possible, The Replacements, The American Dragon, Jake Long, Zalion Showdown. I think Zalion Showdown was only on Kids WB, but I think it was on Disney too. Um, those were all great shows. Sweet Life was my favorite live action show ever. And this is pretty much the end of the gameplay commentary. Of course, I'm going to tell you which is my favorite out of all three. And you already know it's not Nickelodeon because I just said it earlier on in the video. Because the only two shows I watched, well, three shows that I watched were the three cartoons that I said, SpongeBob, Very Odd Parents, and Rugrats. Um, Now my all-time favorite is definitely going to have to go with Cartoon Network. They had more shows to my liking, and they were just better in every sort of way, and they're still better right now. They have better shows, Regular Show and Adventure Time for the win. This has been the Black Phantom. Peace.